Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I just made two parts of this video where I made stuff like this and this, and then in part two I showed you how to do a macro. But some people might question why would you make that pattern? Well, one, you could make the pattern just to make the letters kind of stand out, but you could also, and that font is Impact, which is a big font. I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to put this in that pattern. Now this is grouped together. So these are two separate things. So when I select them both, I've got two items selected. You've got to be able to see the black line on top. And then I'm going to go right here to intersect. And what that's going to do, there's a lot of these squares. It's going to make the letters like that. And you're going to have that pattern inside, which is almost looks like diamond plate of metal. But if you ever do anything like that and you want an outline, boy, that thing is huge. So I'm going to make my nudge factor like 4 inches. So grab your item and nudge it up. And then you could grab your outline and nudge it up. And then you could make your outline anything, any size you wanted. I'm going to have to go up to object, convert it to a curve, and that's going to get me my thickness of my line. So you could go and make it whatever size outline you wanted. And you could actually change that outline to the pattern. Let's just do that since nobody really asked about this. I'm going to nudge that pattern up, and I'm going to go up to object, and I'm going to go to convert the outline to an object, and then I'm going to left click, right click, left click, and I've got an outline. And then I'm going to nudge this down, and I'm going to make it a little bit different. Well, if I do that, I won't be able to, you know what I could do? No, I'm going to say I could angle this, but let's at least put it somewhere where it might be a little bit different. You know what? I could let me nudge this up, and let me angle this at like a 45. Not that it's really going to matter. Then I'm going to nudge this down a little bit. As long as you can see the black, and then grab it both and go up to intersect. And that's going to put the intersection in that outline. And then there's a lot you can do with it. It's taking a long time because now I can just nudge it up and see now I've got that pattern, and you could just use that. But see, it's going to be different, and I'm going to put it up there. Can't really tell any difference, but there is a difference between the shapes. The last thing you selected will be selected. So you could actually take well, there's too many objects to transparent, but you could still change it a little bit, make it blue, and then maybe you could make that, nope, too many objects still. So anyway, that's not that cool a deal unless you had you know what, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's back up here. That's pretty cool. Let's just get rid of that. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to nudge everything else. And there's so much going on this page, it's slowing down my computer. And let's get this one and bring it over there. Of course, I got the outline. Get it. I wasn't planning on doing this, or I would have had it closer. And remember, just nudge your words. Don't nudge you can move this, but don't. And I've got to be able to see the black lines. Now this is huge, so it's going to take a second to do it again, but I'm going to go to intersect. It's going to take just a second. And then you got it, and let's nudge it up. And now we have a blue pattern that is kind of like the other pattern, except for different. And you got some variation of color. That's pretty cool. Anyway, hope that helps somebody someday, and thank you for watching.